Part 1. What is an executive order? Imagine the president as the CEO of a massive company, one with millions of employees and global responsibilities. An executive order is like a memo from the top. Starting now, we do things this way. It's not a law passed by Congress, but it's still binding, especially if it's backed by existing laws or constitutional authority. Executive orders allow presidents to direct federal agencies, clarify how laws should be enforced, and respond quickly to crisis. They're written instructions, published in the Federal Register, and they carry real consequences. For example, when President Franklin D. Roosevelt signed an executive order during World War II, it led to the internment of Japanese Americans. More recently, President Biden used executive orders to rejoin the Paris Climate Agreement and reverse immigration policies. These orders are powerful, but they're not limitless. They can't create new laws or override Congress. Still, they're one of the most direct ways a president can leave a mark. The Emancipation Proclamation, issued during the Civil War, was technically an executive order, freeing slaves in Confederate states as a wartime measure. Over time, the use of executive orders expanded dramatically. Franklin D. Roosevelt issued more than 3,700 of them, using the tool to steer the country through the Great Depression and World War II. But not all orders go unchallenged. In 1952, President Truman tried to seize steel mills during a labor strike, citing national security. The Supreme Court said no, ruling in Youngstown Sheet and Tube Company versus Sawyer that Truman had overstepped his bounds. That case became a landmark, defining the limits of presidential power. Executive orders are shaped not just by presidents, but by the courts. So, what gives executive orders their power? It starts with Article 2 of the Constitution, which says the president shall take care that the laws be faithfully executed. That's the legal foundation. But the real strength of an executive order depends on how well it's grounded in existing law. If Congress has already passed legislation on a topic, the president can issue orders to clarify or implement it. But if there is no legal backing, the order can be challenged, and often is. Courts can strike down executive orders that overreach, and Congress can pass laws to override them. Public opinion also plays a role. Controversial order, modern impact and controversies. In recent decades, executive orders have become more visible and more polarizing. President Trump signed a flurry of them on his first day in office, targeting immigration, healthcare, and federal regulations. President Biden followed suit, using executive orders to reverse many of Trump's policies and launch new initiatives on climate, equity, and COVID-19. This back and forth has led some critics to call it pen and phone governance, where major shifts happen without Congress or presidential leadership. But their future may depend on how well they're understood and how responsibly they're used. Technology could play a role, with AI helping to draft or analyze orders. Congress may push for more oversight, requiring transparency or limiting certain types of directives. And citizens, armed with more information than ever, can hold leaders accountable. The power of the pen is real, but so is the power of the people. As we move into new challenges, climate change, digital privacy, global